Racing to the 2020 Kentucky Derby, and this time let's take a look at the Kentucky Derby Future Wager Pool number 6. Churchill Downs offering that this Friday through Sunday, and some more options here for those of you who have not participated in the pools. But we're starting to get down to the nitty-gritty here, and remember, only 4 horses are still alive from Pool 1. It's been a long time, but those 4 horses are Authentic, Tis the Law, Honor AP, and 1,000 Words as we go here to the second week in July. This will be part 1 of a 2-part video. You can see part 2 on Friday. But this one, as we take a look, Art Collector, the Now horse, a big victory in the Bluegrass, 4 straight wins, and his morning line here in pool number 6 is 9-2. I think he's going to go a little higher than that, and I think on Derby Day you're looking probably, if they train up to the Derby, still be determined if they're going to run in the Ellis Park Derby, you're looking at probably about 7-1. So anything over 7-1 would be value to the day of the race. Considering there's still about 45 days left until the Kentucky Derby, I would want 8 or 9-1 an Art Collector, but he does have the pedigree. Back-to-back Brisnet speed figures and Beyer speed figures over 100. Art Collector, definitely one of the top 4 contenders for the Run for the Roses in 2020. Attachment rate is a 50-1 long shot. Problem with him right now is he doesn't really have the points to get in. They want to get into the race, so they're probably going to run in the Ellis Park race. Dale Roman's never one to turn down an opportunity to run underneath the Twin Spires, especially on the first Saturday in May or the first Saturday in September. So attachment rate, you know, right now we've only really got about 22 horses even considering the Kentucky Derby. So they may be able to get in, but he'd probably be just as long on Derby Day than he is going to be in Pool 6. Authentic, 10-1 on the morning line. He's going to run Saturday in the Haskell. Big chance here. You know, he comes off that loss to Honor AP, but again, a couple of extenuating circumstances that race. He had a 90-day layoff going into that, and also he had a little bit of a slow start, so he ran wide, and then I thought a questionable jockey ride. They never really got aggressive, and Authentic is one of those horses that likes to run on the front end and really be aggressively ridden. Cezanne, main question with him, if you take a look at the 20-1 price, is how are we going to get into the race? But again, maybe not even 20 horses are really pointing for the Derby right now. Horses like Basin are not under consideration for the Derby anymore. And a few of those fringe contenders that haven't been nominated, nobody from Japan's coming over. It looks like nobody from the European road's coming over. So Cezanne is going to run in the Shared Belief Stakes on August 1st. Probably going to run second to Honor AP. If he wins it, he'd have enough points, but even a second place finish could put him right on the brink. But Bob Baffert usually doesn't like to run horses unless they have a shot of winning the race. So I think Cezanne would have to run first or second and really run well in the Shared Belief to really even consider the Kentucky Derby. We live in a world with a horse named Dean Martini, and he wired the last race, the Ohio Derby, much to Michigan's dismay. It was Dean Martini. He still needs to be supplemented, Triple Crown nominated for the Kentucky Derby. I don't think they're going to want to take that. They claimed him for $50,000. Great claim on Dean Martini. Dr. Post runs in the Haskell Stakes on Saturday. You'll get more of a good vibe on him depending on how he does. If he wins or runs second, his post odds will probably come down a little bit. A disappointing effort. Again, they may not even run in the Kentucky Derby. Wait till Sunday to decide what to do with Dr. Post. Enforceable, he's a closer. It looks like right now he's going to train up to the Kentucky Derby. Solid 4th placed efforts in his last couple of days. He had a little bit of a layoff. Now he's going to try to train up. I think he'll be in the starting gate. And, you know, at 50-60-1, you'll be right about getting those odds probably on Derby Day, as I think a lot of the betting this year is going to be focused in on those top 3-4 contenders, unless somebody like Uncle Chuck wakes up in the Travers Stakes. You got Honor AP, he's waiting for the Shared Belief Stakes, big victory the last time out. You got roughly 5 or 6-1 on him in Pool 5. You'll probably get 6-1 or 7-1 on him here in Pool 6. If you get, you know, Derby Day, you may be looking at 9-2 if he wins the Shared Belief. So if you can get 7 or 8-1, that may not be a little bit of a bad value. King Guillermo, he is training up to the Derby. If he continues to train, he'll be a 126-day layoff on September the 5th. That's a lot to ask. I think he's going to be roughly about 25-1 here in pool number 6. I think on Derby Day you'll get about 15-1. So if you really like his shots, I guess you could get a little bit of value here. maybe in the exacta, because they probably are going to run in the race unless he gets injured in the training. Major Fed is kind of a closer. He was up against the bias and the wide trip when he went in the Matt Winn. Ran second the last time out in the Indiana Derby. Was closing against Shared Sense, who hasn't been nominated or supplemented yet. So Major Fed is one of those closers you could use. I think you could maybe get a longer price in the exactas here in pool number 6 than you'll get on the day of the Derby. So possibility of using Major Fed underneath in a couple of exactas with like Tis the Law or Authentic, or even a horse like Honor AP. That would be the best way to play him. Max Player looks like he's going to run in the Travers Stakes. He could be a little bit out of sight, out of mind. He's probably one of the top 7 or 8 favorites on Derby Day right now. Max Player worked out this week, so he's still healthy. Travers Stakes up next, and then the Kentucky Derby on September the 5th. He looks like one that probably still has a chance of improving. He had a long layoff between the Withers Stakes and the Belmont Stakes, and he's the only horse that was doing any running late on the Belmont Stakes day, and he'll probably appreciate the 2 turns of Churchill Downs being by honor code and being a little bit smaller frame than some of these other horses. Then we've got the bottom 2, Modernist and Mystic Guide. Right now, let's wait till the Peter Pan Stakes run on Thursday. We'll preview them in part 2 of this video, which will be found on Friday. And we'll also be doing a Peter Pan recap. I think we need to know what they do with Modernist and Mystic Guide. If they, both of them kind of, well, Modernist has got the points to get in, but if he doesn't run well in the Peter Pan, I don't think they'll go. And Mystic Guide, he needs the points, so he needs to win the Peter Pan Stakes on Thursday, and he may not even do that. So let's wait till Friday to see where we stick up on those 2. That's a look at part 1 of the Kentucky Derby Future Wager Pool number 6. Remember, share this video with all your horse racing friends. Hit subscribe. I need more subscribers. We're looking for 700. If you appreciate the videos, we need to get into more feeds. So hit that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and smash that like button as we lead you up to the 2020 Kentucky Derby.